and welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. Someone had asked me about my applesauce recipe, and I have done a video on the applesauce before, but I thought I'd do another quick one for you. You can go back and look at the one that was, I don't know, I think it was titled Applesauce, Yummy Applesauce or something like that. But what I've done is all I have was Gala apples. Normally I like to mix like Granny Smith and then a sweeter, kind of a tart and sweet, mix two apples, but I only had one. So what I've done is I've peeled my bag of Gala apples, and I have here in my pot about a quarter of an inch to a half an inch of water down in the bottom. You do not need much water. And I find that's probably one of my biggest mistakes I make, is I always put too much water and then I have to cook all that water out. So now what I'm going to do is, since this is kind of a sweeter apple than the Granny Smith, I'm going to put probably a half a cup. I'm going to start with a half a cup of sugar. Put that in there. And then as it begins to cook, taste it. And if I need more sugar, I can always add more. So I'm going to put a half a cup of sugar in there right now. And then I'm going to sprinkle cinnamon, just however you like. If you don't like cinnamon in your applesauce, then leave it out. If you like a lot of cinnamon, put a lot. If you just want a hint, it's up to you and your taste on cinnamon. So I'm going to put a half a cup of sugar and some cinnamon. So let me grab my cinnamon and my sugar. Y'all, we're having breakfast for supper tonight. The reason I'm making my my applesauce is because we're having breakfast for supper. And I like applesauce with my breakfast. So I'm going to start with a half a cup. Normally I would put a cup because I usually do some Granny Smiths in here. Okay. And I'm going to sprinkle. And you can mix your cinnamon and sugar together ahead of time if you want. Sometimes I like to just see that I'm getting a pretty light brown sugar. That's how I know how much cinnamon I'm adding. But today, I think I'm just gonna eyeball it and pour them in separate. All right, so I've got my burner on. I'm gonna bring it up to a boil, and then turn it down and just kind of let it slow cook till they're soft. And let me show you the secret ingredient to my applesauce. The other things you're going to need just a little bit of cornstarch. And then my secret ingredient is just a little bit of crushed pineapple. Just a little bit. You're not going to use this whole can. I mean, if you buy the small cans, the little bitty small cans of crushed pineapple, that would be perfect. So I'm just going to use a couple spoonfuls out of this, and I'm going to use a little bit of the juice and mix it with cornstarch when the apples are ready. Not now, but when the apples are ready, and to thicken it with. But right now I'm just going to get them to cooking. I probably need to turn my burner up a little bit. And once they start getting soft, I'll taste them to see if they need more cinnamon or more sugar. But otherwise, I went with a, let's see, what size bag was that? I guess it's a 5 pound, oh, it's a 3 pound bag of Gala apples. And so I've got 3 pounds of apples in here. And I just cut them up into, that's not a good one, just bite size, like a half of a slice of apple. Because I don't puree mine completely to where it's just all smooth. I do like a little bit of chunks in my applesauce. So I leave them a little bit bigger when I cook them, because when I mash them, I want to leave a little bit of chunks. I want some smooth and then some chunks. So I will bring you back when they are soft and we go to the next step. Okay guys, I'm bringing you back to my applesauce. The apples are done. I did add in probably another 1/4 of a cup of sugar. It did need a little bit more, I thought. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drain just a little bit of this pineapple juice. Just a little bit. And I'm going to leave the lid off of my apples now so the juice can, I did add a little more water too, not much, just to help dissolve the sugar. And so now I'm going to get just my cornstarch, and I'm just going to take, you know, maybe a heaping teaspoon. And I'm mixing it with my pineapple juice. I poured a little bit of pineapple, and I mean, it's, oh goodness, it's probably a 1/8 of a cup to a 1/4 of a cup of pineapple juice. And I just mixed a little spoonful of cornstarch in with it. And I'm going to set that down for just a minute. Gonna come over here and get my handy dandy potato masher. This is an unusual potato masher. It is like spring loaded and double. It's got double duty, which is really awesome. So I'm gonna mash up my apples a little bit. Like I said, I like some chunks, so I'm not gonna mash them up all the way. I'm going to mash them where they're mashed, but they're not going to be pureed. I'm going to take my spoon and scrape the sides, the big chunks from the side. I'm going to move them to the middle so I can... This is a non-stick pan, so I probably shouldn't be using metal in it, but oh well. I didn't think when I got my pan out to cook. Alright. So, pretty much looks like applesauce now. And I don't have much juice to cook out. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take, let me open my pineapple up a little bit. I'm going to put 2 spoonfuls of crushed pineapple in here. And I'm going to put my pineapple juice with the cornstarch in it. And this just kind of thickens it. And y'all, that pineapple just does something wonderful to the applesauce. I'll turn the heat back up just a little bit just to cook out any juice that's left. I really didn't do much applesauce. I usually do a much bigger container than this. So I'll be making it again really soon because applesauce does not last us around here very long. Especially if I'm cooking lots of breakfast. I probably didn't need to add quite that much pineapple, but it's okay. It just makes the applesauce do something wonderful. Now, what I'm going to do with my pineapple, the rest of my pineapple, I have a friend of mine who made a cake, and it was delicious, and it was so easy. It was pineapple and a box cake mix and butter, and you just put the pineapple in the bottom of the pan, sprinkle the cake mix on top, and then drizzle butter on top of that. How easy is that? So I think that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my pineapple, because I sent Isaac to the store to get my pineapple, and I forgot to tell him. It's my fault. I forgot to tell him to get me a little can. So he got me a big can. But I'm glad he did, because now I can make that other dessert. So, this doesn't need to cook long at all, because I didn't put much water in it to begin with, which is a good thing. I don't have to cook out as much water. Look, I let an apple seed get in there. Glad I found that. So let me get a spoon and show y'all this applesauce. It's too hot for me to taste. I can't taste it because it's too hot. Y'all, that is some pretty looking applesauce. Maybe I can taste it. I'm going to bring you back over here so you don't see that mess behind me. Oh my goodness. Y'all. My applesauce is so good. That is so good. So good. So, I'm going to cut it off. It's done. My applesauce is done. Now, had I had a lot of liquid in it, I'd need to cut the liquid out. But I don't. And so, y'all, I just store it in these plastic containers. A lot of times I'll have 2 of these out of one batch. I'll only have 1 this time. So it'll stay in the refrigerator. If I had 2, 1 would go in the refrigerator, the other one would go in the freezer. But there you have it. There's my applesauce. And we're going to have breakfast for supper. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I love that applesauce. I could just eat it all the time. It's so good. So good. Yep, so let me show you again. There it is. It smells heavenly because of the cinnamon and, well, you know, apples and cinnamon just smell good anyway. But, so yeah, I'm going to let it cool. Then I'm going to put it in this and stick it in the refrigerator. And I may go ahead and get a head start on a little something. I've got some Italian sausage that's fixing to go bad. So I'm thinking about cutting up some onions and the Italian sausage and cooking that together. And letting that be one of, I'm going to have bacon, I'm going to have the Italian sausage, and I'm going to have sausage gravy. So we'll probably have leftovers for breakfast in the morning. So we may have 2 breakfasts out of this. So y'all have a great day. And thank you for watching The Farming Pastor's Wife. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification, and then tell all your friends to subscribe. You know, I could care less about having my channel monetized or whatever. I could care less about that, but so many people are enjoying the cooking. I don't know if I'm going to get a cookbook done or not. And so I just enjoy putting it out there. I just enjoy doing it. And I don't care if it gets monetized or not. That's not my goal. My goal is just to have a lot of interaction. I would love to be able to, I know some of the YouTubers have post office box where people can send them letters, or I would love to do that. I don't feel like I have enough subscribers yet to have a post office box for mail, but I would love for you to send me mail or send me recipes for me to fix. And have other people I would love to fix recipes for the first time and just see how they turn out on my YouTube. So if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and then the bell notification so you don't miss anything. And then pass the word for your friends to subscribe as well. I would really, really, really appreciate it, because I'd like to get, I think probably when I get to 200 subscribers, I may go get a post office box, because I would love to have y'all send me recipes and send me cards, or to have some way of corresponding with you. If you have like a kitchen gadget you would like me to try out, or just some correspondence with you guys. I want to know what interests y'all, because I may not know about it. And so yeah, please subscribe, and then get your friends too. Like I said, I could care less whether this is ever monetized or not. In fact, I didn't even know what that meant until my son told me. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Thank you for watching The Farming Pastor's Wife. Pass the word. Tell your friends and neighbors to subscribe, and then I'll be getting a post office box. Once I reach 200 subscribers, I'll get a post office box, and then y'all can send me recipes to do. And like the other day when I did the German pancake, this lady commented below, and she told me that it was the same thing without the vanilla as Yorkshire pudding. Well, I've seen Yorkshire pudding on the cooking channel and everything. Had no idea I had a recipe for it, and you just make it a little different. You make it in smaller tins. That was so neat to me, and her roots are from Scotland, and it was amazing. I was so excited to hear from her, and I would love to hear from you guys through the mail. And that's my goal, is to get to 200 subscribers and get a post office box so you guys can send me recipes for me to try. You can send me ideas. You can tell me about kitchen gadgets you use or whatever. So y'all have a great day, and I want to be able to respond to them. So y'all have a great day, and thank you for watching.